Right now, you are probably seeing headlines comparing the artificial intelligence industry to the dot-com crash of 2000. Critics point at skyrocketing valuations and massive cash burn rates, waiting for the whole thing to violently burst. Think about how a traditional market cycle works. Investors flood into a hot new trend, valuations expand wildly out of proportion to reality, and eventually reality catches up. The market resets, companies go bankrupt, and the economy moves on. But that model assumes this is a temporary expansion of value. What we are witnessing is something far more permanent, a $1.8 trillion financial black hole. It is a closed system where money, data, and power go in, but they never come back out. The investors who look closest at the numbers see the danger. Michael Burry, the famous hedge fund manager who accurately predicted the 2008 subprime mortgage crisis, is already betting against these exact infrastructure loops. By focusing on whether AI is a bubble, the public is missing the inescapable financial trap Wall Street is actively building around them. This isn't a cycle that will neatly pop. It is a structural redesign of how money and resources are consumed. To see how this trap operates, we need to look at the four specific groups dominating the market. You have the AI labs developing the models, the chip makers building the processing hardware, the data center landlords renting out server space, and the massive big tech firms and private equity funds bankrolling the whole operation. Together, they participate in a financial maneuver known as round-tripping. This is an accounting tactic where money is deliberately moved in a closed circle to create the illusion of massive corporate growth. Let's trace how the money moves. A major chip manufacturer like NVIDIA invests billions of dollars into an AI lab like OpenAI. However, the AI lab is contractually obligated to use that same investment money to purchase the chipmaker's physical products. Effectively, the chipmaker gives the lab money so the lab can buy the chipmaker's hardware. The loop then scales up. The AI lab signs a $300 billion deal with a data center provider. That provider takes the money and buys more chips from the original manufacturer. On the balance sheets, this appears as revenue, which drives stock prices up, providing more cash to reinvest until the loop restarts. This chart shows the profit margins from insider and restricted shareholder transactions at Enron in 2001. Enron used these exact round-tripping tricks, disguising secret agreements to buy back their own assets as legitimate outside revenue, right before the entire company collapsed. Today's tech giants are finding even more creative ways to obscure their numbers. Companies like Google and Microsoft have quietly extended the estimated useful lifespan of their servers from 4 years to 6 years on their accounting books. By simply changing a number on a spreadsheet, they magically erase billions in depreciation costs and artificially boost their reported profits. When your entire ecosystem relies on circular funding loops and manipulated accounting schedules, you remove any real price discovery from the market. The valuations of these companies are completely disconnected from the actual value they create. While these digital accounting loops create the illusion of growth, the actual capital is being poured into concrete, steel, and electrical wire. Private equity firms have quietly acquired over 450 physical data center companies since 2022. They are buying up enormous tracts of farmland and industrial parks across America to construct massive, highly specialized server farms. This creates a heads-I-win, tails-you-lose arrangement. The private equity firm builds the physical warehouse and collects steady rent. Meanwhile, big tech companies take on the immense financial liability of filling those racks with millions of expensive, rapidly aging microchips. These physical land grabs are funded by massive debt through leveraged buyouts. The firms are betting that tech companies will pay enough rent to cover the high-interest loan payments, essentially turning local real estate into a high-stakes collateral for the AI boom. And here is where the trap closes. If you buy a bad stock, you can simply sell your shares, but you cannot easily liquidate or repurpose a hyper-specialized gigawatt-guzzling server farm. The capital is stuck in the ground. When software hype is permanently trapped inside immovable, debt-fueled infrastructure, the financial risk silently shifts away from the tech companies. If utilization drops, those losses ripple directly through the global credit markets. Because this debt is largely held by private credit firms, there will be no public warning bells if things go wrong. Instead of a sudden crash, we will see a slow bleed. Behind closed doors, server construction sites will quietly pause and utilization rates will drop without a single press release. We saw this exact dynamic in 2008 with the subprime mortgage crisis. The global financial system quietly absorbed massive, highly leveraged infrastructure losses for months until the underlying credit markets finally hit a breaking point. You won't need to check the stock market to feel the impact, because these infrastructure demands are already affecting your neighborhood. To keep these systems running, tech companies require 3 local resources in extreme quantities: land, water for cooling towers, and continuous electricity. The scale of the power draw is staggering. OpenAI's proposed Stargate project alone is estimated to require 10 gigawatts of continuous electricity. That is enough output to power 26 million homes, or roughly the entire state of Texas. The aging United States electrical grid cannot handle this sudden massive load. But instead of paying to upgrade the infrastructure they are stressing, tech companies are successfully lobbying regulators to spread those upgrade costs across all regional utility customers. This means you will soon see an extra $10 or $20 on your monthly electricity bill. You are actively paying for the server farms next door that provide virtually no local employment and consume millions of gallons of your local water. Between immediate utility rate hikes and the slow building exposure in the credit markets, the general public is unknowingly acting as the ultimate financial underwriter for Wall Street's massive AI bets. The pace is only accelerating. The U.S. government recently initiated the Genesis mission, a federally funded push to win the race for artificial general intelligence. This executive order treats AI development as a national security priority, modeling the effort after the Manhattan Project. By aligning federal funding with private capital, this mandate directs even more resources into the massive data center expansion, prioritizing technological lead time over the stability of the underlying financial market. Major tech billionaires are leveraging this arms race to integrate user data and private capital across entirely self-contained corporate ecosystems. They are building a world where money, data, and compute all loop across their own internal assets, shielded from the outside economy. AI is not a fragile software bubble that will neatly pop. It is an infrastructure black hole designed to swallow capital, resources, and power indefinitely. To survive the biggest financial gamble in human history, you have to discard the illusion of a temporary bubble. Understand how the financial loops operate, watch where the physical power is moving, and protect yourself from being the one left footing the bill as these specialized assets face dropping utilization and mounting debt.